What is going on, everybody? Alex here. Welcome to a new video. It's been a while since I've recorded one of these. Got a new camera, Osmo Pocket 3 DJI thingamajiggy, and it's doing a great job so far, really liking the quality. And standing here in the middle of a garden in a town in central Estonia called Viljandi. Beautiful place, slow quality of life, kind of folklore, history. There's a castle here, beautiful place. Might have to find a way of spending a bit more time here. But anyway, for today's video, wanted to make a little distinction, a little mindset distinction that I was reminded of today that I found very valuable, that really filled me with energy in seeing it. It's something that I've known for a while, and I've probably talked about it before, but I wanted to get it out here for this video, which is the distinction between how unhappy people navigate the world in terms of problems versus how happy people see problems and how their perception of problems and their inevitability actually drastically improves their experience and also their performance and their happiness. It's the reason they're happy in the first place. It's a self-fulfilling kind of positive cycle. So unhappy people go through life hoping problems don't show up. They go through each step of the day kind of hoping and wishing and praying that another problem doesn't reveal itself, because they view problems as a source of pain, suffering, struggle, and a hindrance to a happy life. Whereas happy people expect problems. Happy people know that life is a series of endless problems and solution creation, and whenever a problem is solved, a new problem will inevitably replace the gap that's created through the solution. There's always going to be a new problem that appears, and that's something that Mark Manson said in his book, Life is just an inevitable series of endless problems. And it's the expectation of that that makes the big difference. It's really going to help you guys in navigating the world's realities, which is that problems will show up. They will appear every day in some form or another. And it's okay, it's to be expected. It's the expectation part of this that makes a big difference. Because when we expect things to be the way they are, when we expect a little bit of pain, a little bit of hardship, or challenges to show up, we stop resisting. We have a very specific kind of emotional response to the way that we perceive reality. And in expecting problems to be there, we're not always looking around our back or worried or resisting whenever a problem appears. That's a very miserable way to live. I've seen many people, I know this in myself, I'm sure you can recognize it in yourself, either now or in the past, where problem shows up and you're like, oh no, here we go again. Life is an ordeal, life is suffering. And you see it as an indicator of the truth behind that statement, which is that life is an ordeal, it sucks. Therefore, when a problem appears, that's reality showing its true nature, and you want to resist it. You don't want to have it there. You don't have to go through it. It's a very different way of thinking in terms of versus see a problem, expect it to be there, and see it as an opportunity for growth. Huge shift. Just in that way of seeing things, your entire reality, your entire experience of life changes, because you see a problem and you see it, okay, this is a juicy opportunity here for improving myself, for growing my character, and dare I say it, maybe we can have fun in the process here. We can see problems as challenges just as we see puzzles as challenges or games, and we can have fun through the process of solving the problems that life will inevitably show up or throw up. Hugely different way of navigating the world. And so if you've got problems, rather than resisting them, and you'll know you're resisting something because you're feeling it in your body, you've got a tight chest and you don't want to be there, you can instantly change that experience by seeing it as an opportunity, by allowing your creativity to flourish because you've accepted it, it's there, it's real. In the acceptance, your body relaxes, you become creative, the creativity leads to the solution you're looking for, and rather than spending your time worrying about the problem and resisting it and avoiding it, you can very quickly move through to the solution with your creativity, with your positive kind of approach, and you grow through that process. So life becomes a kind of driver of continual winning, continual fulfillment, and you don't spend any time wasting resisting the problem. And so life kind of works as an ally with you, as a presenter of new, fresh problems that you can see as an enjoyable opportunity. Now, not all problems are going to be able to be seen as enjoyable. Life can be vicious in that way. Life can be very difficult. Life can throw up all kinds of challenging things, and we can't predict what kinds of problems come up for a lot of the time. Having said that, we do have a fair amount of choice in the types of problems we invite into our lives. We can, knowing that life will inevitably present problems, ongoing problems until we die, we can say, okay, look, I know that I'm going to have lots of problems. What kinds of problems do I want, though? Do I want to do this, or do I want problems in this area, or do I want problems in that area? We can choose. So, for example, in my case, I enjoy writing. I'm in a process right now of mastering the craft of writing and writing books and writing articles. I choose to experience more problems in that area. So I have problems writing books. I get frustrated. Coming up with new ideas and trying to execute them. But I prefer those kinds of problems to being an undersea diver trying to weld oil rigs, for example. So we have quite a fair amount of choice in the types of problems we invite into our lives. We can mold our lives so that certain types of problems come in that we're much more likely to enjoy in the long run, because we can turn every perceived challenge into a form of enjoyment. That is possible. And so there's sort of two elements in this, which is expect problems to appear, and when we do, we relax and we get more creative and we see it as an opportunity for growth. But we also have a choice in the types of problems we welcome in. Not always, but a lot of the time we can choose the types of problems we want to experience, knowing that it's going to be an inevitable part of whatever we take on. But we can take on certain types of problems that we prefer. And when we choose better problems, and we have a clearer sense of purpose behind why we're bringing in those problems, we're going to find it a lot easier to enjoy those problems. And in that sense, we can make a lot of life almost effortless in a funny kind of way, because if we can turn problems into a source of enjoyment, knowing the good they're doing for us, then what's the problem? We're reducing problems by seeing them as ways to enjoy ourselves. So I'm not going to talk too much more about this, but I found that really helpful. Any other questions about things I could talk about? Always appreciated. And just excited to get on with the next video, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.